Yeah, y'all. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Gizmo. Christian. Cheers. Bink. So, guys, I mentioned I had a special guest coming on the Discord channel and on the live stream. And it is Christian. Surprise. Christian, thanks for hanging with us.
How you guys doing?
So, I figured, hey, we're going to be going through this is a sponsored Wahoo stream. So, we'll be going through our products, talking about how all of this kind of overlaps. And just a heads up, Christian, this is how I always like to talk about things. Any one of the products we're going to look at, which are all over here. Also, let me know how the audio sounds, guys. I'm on the kind of boom mic S setup right here, and I want to make sure Christian's not too far from it. Oh, we're on a fork. Okay, hold on. Let's switch it. Boom. There we go. Now we're on this microphone versus the OBS. We'll see the difference. Let me know how it sounds. What's up, Luda? Yeah, Ash. Yeah, y'all. So we're going to be doing two types of giveaways today, by the way, Christian. One, we're going to be doing a giveaway for the resistance bands. Mm-hmm. Two, we're going to be doing for every 5 new followers. Let's check our count right now. We're at 1,520, I think. If I had it right. Yeah, 1,520. So when we hit 1,525, we'll do a gift card giveaway and then so on every 5 new followers from there. So in case you were wondering what I'm talking about for like the 2 giveaways. And this way you guys know as well. All right, so let me drop some messages, chitty chat. And then we'll get into the products. How's everybody doing, by the way? You guys gearing up for Christmas? Oh, so here's my question. Do you have all your gifts basically delivered? And do you have them wrapped? Because I don't have any gifts wrapped, Christian. I got to be honest. How about you, Dave?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't have it. I haven't gone shopping, nothing, honestly.
Ooh. So what we could do, guys, Christian, I'll do this one. We'll talk about, I want to go through some of these products, and I want you to think about which one of these you would like. I think that's just like a fun game. You know what I mean? And then you guys can also like give your insights. We got this barbell. The barbell right here behind you is actually the same barbell. It's a 7-foot, 700-pound max capacity Olympic style bar. Now the difference between this bar and an 8-foot, another kind of traditionally standard Olympic bar is the weight of the bar. That one's 15 kilos or fancy way of saying 35 pounds. Normally it's like 20 kilos or 45 pounds. So it just slightly will throw off. You guys are doing like math. A lot of times you can use calculators or like algorithms, but it assumes the bar is 45 pounds.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're just
That's what I always assume too.
Yeah, and sometimes, and then that'll mess up your lifts, which can be great for your ego. You're like, damn, I'm feeling like strong today. I got like the extra 10 pounds on or whatever it is. But as long as you're calculating for it, you're good. So that's numero uno. Let's pause there really quick. Talk to me about this as a gift. What do you think about this?
I mean, I think it depends, what you're doing as workouts, as far as workouts.
I'm talking about for you specifically.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, so you already know what you're doing for your program. What we can do you want to play this game? Do you want to look at your next phase of your program? I won't share, and if you guys want to see this live, I'll even live screen share this with you guys, but we can look at your next 2 months because you're going to want a barbell. I gave you those dumbbells, right? So those are going to come in handy for the adjustable side. We'll use those, but we're also going to want a barbell. So let's actually pull this up. For you guys watching, this is an 8-week to shred phase of our program. And this actually, I was just talking to Chuck earlier today about, and he's writing a new program. He was talking about this yesterday. So you'll actually be able to like experiment out with this one because it's going to be a jiu-jitsu and striking themed. Kind of like there's 2 variations and phases of it so that you can get this since you're doing both.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Bada bing, bada boom. Again, the bar in general is great. And the cool thing I like about this bar, because here's the downside, weights can get expensive, like bumper plates. Like I have probably, we've got 16.
Weights are expensive.
It's like, like $2 a pound if you're retailing it. And then I got them for a slight discount because I bought them in bulk. Like I bought like 3,000 pounds worth. Mm-hmm. And even if you get it, I didn't even get it for $1 a pound, but let's call it $1 a pound for the math. That's $3,000, right? So that's a lot of money to spend on weight. Now, if you're using, most people are going to lift anywhere from like 50 to 300 pounds. Those are the ranges you're probably going to need for a total body style workout. Let's pull up the chat just to see if you guys got questions on any of this. Feel free to let us know in the chat. Also, let me know how the audio sounds on this. But being able to look like, anywhere from 5 to 300 pounds, that's going to cost you at least, because that's 300 pounds, but let's call it $2 for retail price. That's $600. Yeah. Which, like, listen, I think it's a worthwhile investment. I got to be honest with you guys. If you're going to be doing, like, athletic training or you really want to build in your strength and you have the budget for it, great. But there is another option. Like we were doing the resistance bands yesterday, and for a pack that goes up to 340 pounds, it's $50. So you could spend $600 or you could spend $50. Like, you know what I mean? Like to me, that's just a kind of an obvious option. So this is what I'm thinking too, is we'll also, I was talking to Chuck about what we want to do for next month, and check this out and tell me if you find this valuable too. What's up, Darren? Darren says, hey, by the way, Christian.
What's going on, Darren? Darren B in the house.
What's up? What's up? I like the emojis or the like little like things. We'll go through the barbell with the bands instead of using bumper plates. So we'll do like 1 week's worth of all the workouts with just bands. Okay. Then you'll do another workout week with just the bumper plates. And then you'll do them both together.
It's like a floor press, something I could do with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the, because I don't really have a, what's this called?
Bench,
yeah,
barbell, squat rack, all that. Don't worry, you're gonna use this.
I know. I was just, you were talking in the beginning as a gift or whatever.
Oh, for all the other stuff. Yeah. All right, so that's,
you were trying to choose or whatever.
And that's the thing too. You don't even need a squat rack. You can just have a bar and bands and get like.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think a squat rack does make it that much more valuable. And this one, like honestly, it's ironic because I got this one, and I was thinking about bringing it to Rogue. Because it has, not Rogue where I bought it, Rogue Combat Club, the gym. We have it because A, it's a Rogue style rack, but there's actually like, there's some potential conflict of interest, I guess. I don't even know what to call it, guys, but we won't get into those details. Yeah, Carol, yeah, Jennifer. I always call Jennifer Luda, by the way, in case you guys are hearing me say Luda and you're like, who's he talking to? I call Jennifer Luda. And then, yeah, Ash. So anyways, so we got the barbell a little bit, we got that. We can go into other details. What we'll go into next, we're just literally going to go, I'm going to go in order through the carousel. Okay, I'm going to pick your brain on stuff and go over it. Now we have, and I believe that speaker is right in front of you, the Soundcore Anchor Motion Boom Plus. This one's the Motion Boom, so it should look like this, but bigger with a handle or a strap. And it doesn't look like it's over there. So we'll actually, I'll play a B-roll for that so you guys can kind of see it. Again, you've heard me talk about it. I'm sure I've seen, again, a variety of streamers on the platform talking about it because it's really awesome, the quality of it, the battery life. I'm actually really impressed with the battery life. Let's see. There we go. Boom. So it's actually behind it, my light. And so you can also see the OBS bot motion tracking camera here. I didn't even have that in the carousel, but you'll kind of see, like, this is something I have in my storefront. Wow, thank you, sir. So again, we got the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. Boom. This is like the, you're going to want to have a party outside or like getting your workouts outside. I always try and think of it as an application of fitness too. So getting a workout in outside, you got your base up feature.
At the beach, at the lake.
Oh, beach, lake. There you go on the boat. Like wherever you're going, you're getting outside.
It's waterproof, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's waterproof. Boom.
On a float on the lake.
Just let it chill there.
Kicked up. Yeah.
Imagine you're just causing waves from the base of it. You're just kicking it so hard. Hold on, let's find my song. Not that song. We're going to find a good song, though. Hold on. In the meantime, again, guys, you have the option to control the bass up as well. So it's not just, hey, you're stuck with it. Sometimes maybe you don't want to rock out that hard to bass. And that's, you can have the option to control that. And then you got the, I think it's TMS, True, like motion sound. I forgot exactly. Josh was telling me about this. Shout out to Josh, by the way. You guys got to go follow him if you don't already. Boom. And then if you want to put that down there by your feet, we'll swap and switch. So now I want to get your thoughts on it, Christian. You check it out. Tell me what you think, either what questions you have about it. And what's up, Gizmo? Or what things you would like to know about it that you're just noticing now, that you're like holding it. Because that's like the other thing. What we're trying to do, just so you guys know, we're trying to not only, I'm trying to like talk about how it applies to a lifestyle of fitness and add value for you guys that way, but also give you guys insight into any other things you want to know about the product and also entertain you.
I like the handle. It's not too heavy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So like, you know, I could,
so it's easy to travel with.
Yeah,
go places.
Yeah, I could walk around with this on my shoulder or something. You know, it's not too bad.
Nice. It makes me think. I don't know if you ever seen any '80s movies, but like, there's an '80s movie. I forget the name of it, where he's just like standing outside this chick's window, like holding the stereo.
Yeah.
That's what it makes me think of too. Oh, what's up, Margaret? Oh, all right. So now let's check. So here's a cool thing, Christian. I don't know if you knew about this. If you click on the products, I meant to do it with the barbell as well. Every time you click on it, oh, this one's actually sold out, the black. I think in silver is the only option they have left. So anyways, here, so now you know what I'm talking about. So ready, here's the product. And then if we scroll down, oh, look, that's us. So that's how people will also fun fact. I'm just like breaking all this stuff down for Christian, by the way, guys. So hopefully you guys get some insight too. And then look, we have videos on the product. I still have to publish a new shoppable video on it, like a new one, so it can get ranked on the product. Because I do genuinely like it. So anyways, we clicked on it, but there's no what's called in-link coupon. So if you click on a product, sometimes it'll have, and it did, look at this, $30 off. You get an extra $30 off coupon that it wasn't even advertising. So you have to click on the product before you even know that that's an option. So it takes it from 180 to 150. You know what I mean? So that gives like, hey, that's a huge chance. Oh, what's up, Nelson? Good morning. Ooh, special guest. Yeah, we got Christian hanging out with us today, y'all. I say y'all now. I'm like, first off, I feel like super Southern because.
What's going on, Nelson?
Yeah, Christian. I have, I can finally get like handguns. I like whatever that permit or application approved and done. So like, yeah, I can like buy handguns now.
That makes you feel Southern?
Yeah, it makes me feel Southern. And I say y'all.
Y'all?
Yeah, I say y'all. I never said
Just
that
don't
before.
start saying yuns.
I don't know what that is. Like youngins?
Like, yuns doing all right?
What?
Yeah.
What?
My buddy's mom used to always say that. And I would always be like, yins? Like, where's that from? And I went to Johnson City, where she was from once, stopped at a gas station like years later, and the lady was like, yuns, have a good night. And I was like, whoa, you know.
So it's happening.
I was like, that's Southern, yuns, yeah.
So yeah, so everyone in the chat too, have you guys heard this? Or I wonder too, your either experience or notice of a certain region or dialect that happens that's like not everywhere, and you're like, that just sounds funny. But all right, next we're gonna go into we got the Flybird adjustable bench, dude. This has probably been the most commonly used piece of equipment I have in the entire gym. Like that's my number one. And I have actually, let's pull this up. I'll tell you guys. So if you go to lifestyleoffitness.com and you go to our blog, just go /blog, we have a 3-part series on home gym build out and different budgets. I'm like, hey, we would recommend for $0 to $100, this is the stuff I would get. For $100 to $500, this is what I would get, and then $500 and up is what I would get. Oh, what's up, Nick? Hey, dude. Yeah, how to build a home gym. Let's throw this podcast up. Let's see. I think there's a multi-part. Yeah, part 1, training at home. So then we also, I forgot, we have a whole entire training breakdown as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring the blog back because we got some really good content up here, and I feel like we just, I forget about this. So there's so much value to it that I almost like forget that it's there, even though like it provides a lot of value for people. Let's pull this up. It is. Training fitness trends. I think it's back in 2020. It might have actually been right after COVID. Training at home. Yes, this was November 2020. It's a 3-part series. Yeah, going through the budget, like equipment, all that fun stuff. So bam, y'all. And if you guys want the link or anything, let me know. And yeah, I can even email it out to you guys too on our newsletter. But what's up, dude? So let's see if the in-link coupon is there for the adjustable bench. Ooh, what's up? We got $15 off, dude. Nice. So guys, we're gonna take it from 146 to 131. What?
I like this right here.
What, that bench?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And then you can use that with the adjustable dumbbells.
You can do so much stuff. You know?
Yeah, even the resistance bands. Like going back to that, I was saying the resistance bands, you can just use the bench actually, and just use it as an obstacle too. Like you can do hop overs for great conditioning drills. Depending on, again, like everybody's, joint health and body health. That's like a really important one.
Dips too,
Dips for sure. And being able to do even like single leg Bulgarian and squat variations, like rear foot elevated, or even like if you go, I wouldn't go front foot elevated on that bench, but I'm sure there's someone doing it. You know what I mean? And unless you do front foot on that one and a rear foot on like another bench in a lower height to make that slight adjustment. That's even why I like bumper plates. That is another value of bumper plates I will give them with that, is the ability to use them almost like platforms. Not exactly, but like they can be stable enough for like front foot elevated variations. Ooh, and I just pulled this from I'm going to go slightly out of order. Actually, no, I'll wait. I'll stay patient, stay in order. So we have the dumbbell rack. Actually, you have great insight on this dumbbell rack because you actually put it together with me. And by with me, I mean you put it together and then I just like tightened everything up and transported it. So to give credit where credit's due, you have great insight on this process. So I'd love to hear from you. I'll screen share it and play a B-roll, and I want you to talk to the process of it. And it's got an inlay coupon too. So I mean, like putting it together, unboxing it, and then putting it together.
It was pretty easy. I don't think it took me any more than 20 minutes. I don't know, like, I didn't get to see the durability of it though. I didn't put any weights on it or nothing like that.
Dude, it's at the gym right now. Yeah, so when you go into the gym, like we've got a set of 40s, 30s, we have 50s, 45s, 40s, like 30 and 20. So it can hold up to like, what, 570 pounds this one's cleared for?
Oh.
So it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it was real simple to put together. The directions were nice.
Let's see if our video's up here yet. Oh man, here it is. I was gonna say, here's our video. So it's right there. So that makes it easy too to be able to like, oh cool, we can just click it. So yeah, so here let's run them through. So it's pretty easy to put together, quick, 20 minutes. Now the cool thing about these was each one of these hooks also has a little rubberized cover, so that if you have knurling on your, like on this, the adjustable dumbbell doesn't have it, but a lot of times on like just standard weights, like Christian, if you can grab that one right there next to the bike, I think it's a 10-pound. Yeah, so this is a perfect example. See, it has knurling, and knurling is a fancy way of saying, hold on, I'll wait for the video to stop. Let me actually pull this up. Boom.
So what, it doesn't scratch it? Or?
Yeah, exactly. So this knurling is there for a reason. It's designed for a reason to be able to help you grip the dumbbell. Because if it was just smooth, dude, it would make a difference. You know what I mean? You would have to chalk up big time, and or have to just constantly wear gloves. And anyways, the point being able to have that knurling and protecting it is huge, and that's what that little like rubber hook part was for. So I just little details like that I think are important. And again, it's preserving, because to me, weights are an investment. You know what I mean? Like I do not only like just a financial investment, but really more so for like a health investment and quality of life investment. So you want to preserve whatever your investment is, right? I want to take as much care to be able to make those whatever piece of equipment last as long as possible, whatever those tools are. Boom. So yeah, so good to put together. Let's go into the next one. Now we got the weighted jump rope, which I left at the gym, but I actually want to talk about the 2-pack of the adjustable jump rope, which I actually brought one of them from the gym so I could be jumping rope at home. Now that I have a little bit of room outside, it's just gonna be cold, man. So like, dude, how cold is it supposed to get this being? Like 1-2 degrees?
I think 2. Yeah, 1-2 degrees.
Dude. I mean, I'm not complaining. There's places that are definitely colder, but I'm just being mindful of that. They're like, all right, I'm not going to jump rope outside.
My buddy I work with, who just said he was in Colorado, he was like, it was way colder. And like last night we were standing outside because we had to unload the truck or whatever. And he was like, but he was like, it feels way colder here than it did in Denver. Because like the humidity or something like that.
Wait, sorry, I was just reading the chat. So tell me that again, because it looks like. By the way, yeah, Nick, we're up to 1,100 likes, so I appreciate the love there, guys. What were you saying about the humidity in Denver?
He was just saying it felt colder here, even though it was colder in Denver.
Something about the humidity, like was it drier there or drier?
He didn't really go into more detail, but he was just standing outside. He's like, it feels way colder here than it did.
That's interesting. Maybe the altitude too, because where does he live? So like Denver, I don't know how high up that is, but I want to say it's almost a mile. I could be completely off. Anyways, let's dig into the jump rope. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys the biggest variable to this, why they're so valuable in my opinion, is the adjustable components. You can pop the screw off. And Christian, tell me if you've ever seen this, by the way. So see how it's got this little like bite part that locks it in place? I can slide this up or down with giving it enough pressure. So you can kind of move it as you need to, and you can also unscrew it to give it a little bit of more movement, and then you clamp it back down. So just by kind of like lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and then we can pull it up and be able to say, okay, let's say I had to take some of the slack out. So good, we pulled it out. Now, screwing it back together. Hold on, let me line this puppy up. That's always the thing I kind of mess up is like lining up just the threading. Boom, close it up. And then you can actually check the height. I have a video and a B-roll I'll play for this product that'll go over being able to check the height. Basically what you want to do is, Christian, can I borrow you? Can you just step on that and then pull it to your armpit standing to make sure it's at the right height, or to demonstrate how you can check if it's at the right height? So right now you're going to see Christian kind of step on the jump rope, and then he's going to try and pull it up. So he's going to step with one foot, and he's going to pull it up, and we're going to see where it reaches. So the goal is to have it reach his armpit. So that's actually a little short. It's just shy. I want it a little bit higher. It's right there. You can do it. It won't be as comfortable. So thank you, sir. That's perfect. And then we'll be able to actually just adjust it if I want to take or to pull out some slack. I took away too much, we pull some out, and it'll be at the perfect height. The cool thing is he can use it, and then I can use it for the next workout and adjust it and keep sliding it back and forth, which I think is super cool. And just tremendously valuable. Like if there was like one piece of equipment I thought was the best bang for your buck, to me it would be resistance bands and jump rope. Because for like this is what I talk about in the like top picks in a home gym for $100. I would do usually be a resistance band, maybe a smartwatch, depending on the deal. If you can get one for like 30, 40 bucks, you know, then you have the resistance bands. That's going to be between like 30 and 50. 50 is your best bet because you get like 300 pounds of resistance. And then being able to have the book or just a knowledge base, a guide to go with it, and then a nutritional piece, and you're set. But being able to throw in jump rope for, look, right now it's $10 for 2 of these. So it's $5 a jump rope, which is a great deal. Being able to have the most intense form, or one of the potentially most intense forms of cardio you can get, depending on your pace, your ability to work. Now, the other side is we want to be mindful of impact. How much load do you want to put on your joints? It is good to actually, that's why resistance training and different types of cardio is good for your body for like a variety of reasons, but one of them is like your bone density and your just muscular health overall and a long-term kind of outlook. So that's a great option, being mindful of a couple of variables. So I'm curious, do you have a jump rope at home, Christian?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much are you using it right now? Let's put you on the spot, bro.
I'd say I wouldn't use that one that much. If anything, I'd probably use. Honestly, I haven't been jumping rope that much lately because normally I do it more at the gym.
Yeah.
But I haven't been hitting those type of classes, so not as much as I need to be, honestly.
Well, and also out to kind of tag in for Christian too is like you in our program we don't have a lot of jump rope programmed in right now.
Yeah.
So that's also the other point, which means you're doing a good job of actually adhering to the program. So booyah.
Well, no, I enjoy jump roping though.
Me too. No, I do too.
At first, I didn't, because it took me a little bit to get used to it, because I was terrible at it. It took me some time, but now I kind of enjoy it. See how many I can get going in a row. Kind of competing with myself, trying to get.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I think, and also Nick, I know you've been jumping rope as well in the chat if you're still there. I always knock out a solid jump rope session at the end of the. Look at that, it's perfect timing. At the end of a workout, just to empty the tank. So yeah, and that's like, I think also the form of intensity and the time of it are variables. Because you can do it like the other day, I just did jump rope for 30 minutes. That was like my workout. And you know what I mean? And it's a good workout, bro.
Yeah.
Like if
Calves probably on fire.
Yeah, I work my anterior tibialis too, and the front, like the muscles in the front by my shin, being able to bring that balance. But anyways, the value, especially jump rope, is it has this aspect of like force production and absorption, which is a fancy way of saying you can not only produce force and get off the ground, but guess what? Every time you get off the ground, you got to land again. And if you can't safely land and absorb that force and redistribute it, you're going to get injured. That's one of the many ways you can get injured. This is all just my experience and my thoughts, guys. Again, I'm not telling you how to live your life. It's not like medical advice. Oh, what's up, Blake? What's cracking, dude? But yeah, so being able to just have that force production and absorption when you hit the ground. That's why I like doing, eventually we're going to do what's called depth jumps or depth box jumps, which is literally not even a jump. It's actually a step down. You're literally going to stand on a platform, like let's call it the height of this seat right there, and you just step down and just like land in a squat, just to absorb the force and to be able to do that. And then eventually we'll start to add explosive plyometrics to follow. So you absorb it, and then you got to jump as high as possible, or you got to laterally jump, or jump and spin. Like, believe it or not, all those things are really powerful tools and examples.
You had me doing those squat spins.
Yeah.
It was just kind of, I was like, oh, that seems easy, but it was just kind of a little, I don't know. It's different because I don't ever, spin when I jump and do a jump squat, I liked it kind of a little different,
I appreciate you being willing to do that. So I'm also going to put you on the spot, by the way. So you're going to give me one, you can pick your left or your right finger or from your hand. I'm going to put it right in here. We're going to check your resting heart rate and your blood oxygen saturation levels.
Just getting put on the spot, huh?
That's what it's all about. It's just like, we're like, you're just going to be like our like test subject for the program. Because dude, how much weight have you lost? So you started at what, like 198, 205, somewhere in that range, like 200, 205?
Yeah. When I started the program, yeah.
Yeah, and then where are you at now? Because now, like, you've had the ability to not only make it through week 1, but like refeed your body a bit, and now you get to see like what's sticking and what's not.
192, 193.
Yeah, so you sustainably lost like anywhere from 7 to 12 pounds.
Yeah, and it felt like it was just stuff that needed to be out of my body. Like the
Ooh,
weight I
that's good.
lost, it just felt like it was needing to go.
What's that number saying, by the way? Read it from the top down.
98, 64.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so you have 98% blood saturation levels, which is good. And then your resting heart rate right now is 64, which is also really good. So the cool thing we can do with this, by the way, guys, is I like to use something like this or any way to check our heart rate for the next 5 days. What I want you to do is check your heart rate before you get out of bed. First thing when you wake in the morning. Sorry, I just hit a bunch of buttons. What just happened? And being able to check that for 5 days will give us an average. Like, for example, we're going to just say 50 as an easy number. So if it's constantly 50 on average, and then one day you wake up and it's like 65 and you feel like shit, excuse my language. So we can't curse on Amazon. So my bad, guys.
It's good to
Don't
know.
curse on Amazon.
That's good to know.
Don't curse.
I think I did earlier.
Yeah, but that's why we just keep this up. I
Oh,
shouldn't have even
guys.
brought attention to it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Point being,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Point being is now I got distracted. Where are we going?
You wanted me to do that in the next 5 days.
Right. All right.
But
So
I'm
next
thinking
5 days. So
I'm
it goes
totally
up.
gonna, I feel like I'm not going to remember this.
It goes. Well, that's what you set the alarm. You have. You
Well,
listen.
you
If
want
you
me
guys
to-
tell me you can't remember things,
You
that
want
means
me-
you don't know how to use technology.
I mean, sometimes I don't think when I'm having a cover, like, I don't know, I don't think to go set an alarm. That's not like something I've
So we're gonna reprogram.
done. Like,
We're gonna reprogram, and that's the only cool. Like that's the point. You have the most powerful form of technology in your pocket. Like most of us do. I'd say 98% of
It's
people.
definitely the age of the superhumans. You know what I mean? You can look up anything, learn
Yeah.
anything,
And you can like leverage the tools on it to almost anything.
the tools too.
And then what you look so tall on camera? Jeez, what? And then I'm like maybe side. Oh, you're talking about Blake. Okay. So yeah, Blake's saying 265 right now, 5'7". And so what's your goal? I'll measure now. Okay, measuring now. Like, what's your goal, Blake? I'm just curious if you want to even share. You don't have to. And then Margaret saying, I'm terrible at jumping rope. So here's the thing. You could start with like air jump rope, or you could do like cordless jump rope. We talked about in the stream yesterday. That can actually be really valuable. And then, or again, it just depends on if it's a coordination thing, if it's like a jumping and impact thing, if it's a joint health thing, there's different strategies. Let's also highlight the Pop Babies. Now I have the Pop Baby shake, but we have the blender highlighted. They're both great. I even think the blender is better than the shaker only because it's way more versatile. I can handle more. This is specifically for like powder and liquid, but the blender is for like frozen foods, yogurts, powders, fluids, all that. It's 5'6". Wow, that was quick, Blake. Blake's just checking stuff on it ASAP. Like I'm measuring myself.
Like
Did a rough measure with tape. So I guess you had like measuring paper on. Boom, bust it out, check that height.
Handyman.
Right, ready to go. Okay, so now we'll talk about. Have you seen me use not just the shaker but the blender version of this?
I'm sure.
So the cool thing about it, I was talking to Chuck about this, and then, man, what's up, Twitch spammers? I wish I could moderate this through StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard now, by the way, guys, but like, so I can't like go into Twitch and like hit the comments or whatever. We're just gonna take it as a comment right now. I would have sworn you were 6 foot. Yeah, let's just say, Blake, you're now 6 foot tall. Fun fact. We just decided to change.
What did he say before he said I'm 265 right now? Is that just what he said?
Yeah, he said I did a rough measure with a tape.
No, you see like way up
Oh, right
top?
now, yeah. And then, yeah, he's just throwing that out there because of what we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so like, and saying like you were at like 205, went down to 193, like.
Well, in the beginning of my journey.
Yeah, talk about where you started,
In the
bro.
beginning of my journey, I was like 290.
Woo! Because you're losing a whole human.
Maybe a little more, 290 to 300. It was rough. I wouldn't have been able to jump rope or nothing like that. Like,
Yeah,
well,
so
I
what
could
did you do to
have,
start?
but what did I do to start? Okay, what I did to start back in the day was light weights, high reps, and we would kind of target one muscle, and then I would do like the lip. At first I remember it took me like 20-something minutes to a mile on an elliptical. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, sure.
I got my one friend I was doing it with who was kind of just showing me what he knew in the beginning, was just like, it's kind of better on your joints. You're pretty heavy right now. Like maybe you should just hit the elliptical instead of just running or lifting heavy, like warm your joints up. So I was like, all right. And I
Not a
just
bad
kinda
idea.
listened to him. That's what I did for a while. It was back and forth until I joined Rogue. Then I started really like cutting off weight and keeping it off, you know. But yeah, I know how he feels, like 260. Yeah, I know how he feels, 265.
So I was just reading the comment too. Blake saying, yeah, so I know you can hover over for like YouTube and other comments, but for some reason on Twitch, I can't hover over it. There's no 3 dots. It's just like I can show the comment or star it, but I can't do anything else. Hopefully it just gets moderated or whatever. But I definitely need to drop some weight, put on 50 after surgery. I'm just short of 6'4", and I'm just about 295 now. So yeah, so Darren too. So Darren can like relate, like just about 300 pounds, similar to you. Yeah. How tall are you, Christian?
6 foot, maybe 6'1". I don't know.
Oh, so we call it 6'1".
Yeah.
So again, in that taller range and being able to have that, like that's a really powerful. Because think about losing 100 pounds, bro. Like even Nick, if you're still in the chat, Nick lost 100 pounds. I want to say,
shout out Nick.
Yeah, like dang, like you guys are just. It's really inspiring, man. I think
That's how I met Derek at the gym.
Yeah, dude, you were telling me. Yeah,
my roommate and I, we met at the gym. We both talked one day after class, and we both lost like 100 pounds, and we just were like, kind of like, you know, connected through that, you know,
support each other's lifestyle. And
yeah, we're like, wow, you know, that's cool. Not a lot of people can say they've done that or, you know, do that
and relate on that kind of a note, or
yeah,
it's just like wavelength.
Yeah, it's good for people like that to come together, you know, because it's good to do. More people should do it. It's good. I feel way better mentally, you know.
Yeah,
it's great. Feels great.
And then Blake saying, so imagine losing 50 pounds. That's like carrying a small child on your body at all times. Yeah, 100%. That's why. And this is what I say. Like I heard someone talk about this. Andy Frizella and had a podcast talking about this, and me and Johnny from the gym. Johnny,
is that the 75 hard guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and Johnny were talking about the podcast that he did, talking about how, because he lost like over 100 pounds, and how he wore a weighted vest up the like hiking trail he would always do. So he basically lived his life like he was that like 100-pound heavier person. He's like, dang, I was really, you know, like, because you can kind of sometimes get hard on yourself in the past, or your past self, be like, I don't have any strength, or I'm like, not to, whatever it looks like. And then you realize, like, dang, I was living my life every day, like carrying around a small child.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of strength and bandwidth and energy. So then if you redirect and apply that with, you know, this newfound sense of energy
into something positive.
Yeah, dude, it's a really powerful thing. At least from my experience of it, and like kind of seeing that. And that's what he's saying too. And then
because I thought about that before, grabbing like 100 pounds and just walk around the gym with it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang,
like farmer carries.
Yeah, you know, just walk around. And I was like, you know, I used to walk around like this, and this ain't easy.
Hold on, so Blake is saying to look up Ethan Suplee. Am I saying that right?
Ethan Suplee.
Let's Google this.
Changed his life. See how, seriously, look up a before and after pic. He changed his life completely.
Come on, Google. Ethan Suplee. Oh, is he the actor? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah,
this
dude.
guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly.
My name's Earl.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he was from like a bunch of Nickelodeon stuff, I feel like, too.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
that's the only downside, though, is like the tax your body paid. So here's an interesting one, though. So like seeing him and seeing sometimes like the like stretched out skin, which I can get too, because I lost like maybe 80 pounds at like my max. And yeah, American history. Yeah, exactly. Is there's this one dude, it's like a literally n equals 1. So there's one case study of this. This is not anything I've seen scale, but there's this case study guy who basically like fasted for like 400 days, meaning he didn't eat anything. He just had an IV drip and I think like drank fluids, and that's it for like 400 days. And just, he was like 400 pounds and then got down to like 180, but he had no stretch marks. His skin, his whole body just like,
dang.
Sure. Let's actually pull this up. I'll see if I can find it.
I got some stretch marks.
Yeah, I do too.
But sometimes, like, I never put no lotion or nothing on it because, like, I like to look at them sometimes to remind myself, you know.
Whoa, hold on. Is that Darren that's saying that? And then, yeah, to your point, just being able to, like, and that this goes into, to me, like, even I just recently started exfoliating my skin again, because it goes back to, like, self-care, too, I think.
Yeah.
So Darren said, yeah, so it's insane, honestly. I used to run 6 miles every morning, Noise, and another 2. Dude, I gotta say, that's crazy. Every day now, I can't even walk without a cane and can't walk more than a quarter mile needing to take a break because of the pain in my back. Yeah, I feel like you had surgery. Does that sound right, Darren? Like, tell me more about that. I mean, you don't have to get into anything you don't want to.
Is he thinking that is he just saying like that happened to him, or is he saying that's because of the running?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I think he's just saying that's what happened. That's what I'm curious.
Is he saying like, oh, I used to be able to do that?
Yeah, like what caused surgery? Also, I gotta say, not to cut you off, but like
the surgery. Yeah.
Darren, I had. Oh no, Blake. So Blake's saying he had surgery. Darren's. And I'm curious, Darren, did you have surgery, or you said you after your surgery? Like, what caused it? Like, what was the original source of injury? Forgive me if I don't remember, because like if you've said about it in the past, but I'm just like. Now I'm just curious.
He said this last message. I think his back, so it must have probably a back surgery. My dad broke his back, and that's drastic, you know.
Dude, yeah, because then here's the slippery slope. Surgery or not? Because I had a career-ending back injury for MMA. That's what made me have to retire, basically. And then even though I did go back to Muay Thai and striking, like my back was like always the questionable point. You know what I mean? So being able to like deal with that, and the slippery slope becomes like, okay, boom, you get prescribed painkillers or some version of something to accommodate or deal with the pain. Then it becomes like, okay, you're getting through, and the downside to it, and if like this is, so I've talked to quite a few physical therapists about this. So from my understanding, the value, so I was like, why do we even have these? Why do they exist? What was the original point of it? Obviously, like pain tolerance. Like,
pain pills.
And we have to be very careful, honestly, with this topic. I'm like kind of hesitant to even dig too far into it because Amazon's like very PG. So you got to be very.
Then let's just move on.
I used to be able to do it pre-surgery. I was in an accident, pre-existing injury from firefighting. Oh, there we go. Okay. I had L1 through L5 replaced, and I'm waiting C6, T3. So wait, did you have fusions? Damn. Or did you have replaced? Okay, so they replaced it. Was there fusions along with the replacement, or did they try and fuse it and then decide to replace, or they did like fusions in other aspects and then replacing another, like where they do all that for every vertebrae? Then I wonder too, because like then what about nerve loss? This is because I have 10% nerve loss on the left side of my body because of some cervical herniations from like, I think I've told you this story before, but to be a bit redundant, like I got slammed trying to hit an armbar in a fight, and they like picked me up and like slammed me on my head, and I should have just broke the dude's arm. Like that's on me, honestly. That's what it was like.
This. Yeah, you said you break the arm. I remember in a class you said that.
Yeah, dude, because like I was waiting for him to tap. Because in the gym, someone would have tapped, you know, and like I'm not trying to hurt. I'm like, and that's where it kind of changed for me a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm not doing that anymore. Like especially in Muay Thai and stuff, like I became a little bit more brutal, which was helpful. Like you need that. But it cost me my MMA career basically because of the health. I ended up opting not to do surgery though, and I worked with like great physical therapy doctor, chiropractor, like an aqua therapist working in the pool specifically, like doing all this stuff. And even like I still haven't had surgery yet. There's still definitely taxes being paid on that, like physically. But and like even the nerve loss on the left side, and then large fibrous nerve loss on the right side. So that's pretty substantial. So I imagine you're not like lifting. What about like sensation on your hands and your fingers and stuff? Like, are you able to grip and grab? Do you have to go through OT? Because then if you have nerve loss issues, a lot of times OT will come into the play, not just physical therapy or PT, but OT, occupational therapy, which is another thing. Anyways, we're getting a little off the rails here, but that's the fun of this, is just being able to like dig into this stuff. I want to check, going back to the Pop Babies blender, we got an inland coupon on this puppy, and then we're gonna keep it rolling. And again, this is for under $40, guys, to travel with this thing, man. It is clutch. So wait, Darren. So I'm curious, what's like the goal you're working on right now? So you mentioned you're a firefighter, and I wonder how does that impact your life now? Like, are you even able to work? Are you like kind of I don't know what's like if there's an office gig for a firefighter, like if that's the thing. I know like in the law enforcement you can kind of have like a desk job and transfer and stuff like that, but I don't know for firefighting how that would, if that's a thing or it would be a thing. But I'm just curious, like you're forced into retirement from the firehouse. Okay. So yeah, so now I want to, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to talk about it, but I'm just genuinely curious, right? Like I want to add value for you guys. Like, so what are some goals you have right now for yourself? Like, what do you want to work towards as far as at least with your health and your physical body and those kinds of things? And maybe if it's career-wise too, like what are you doing now? I'm just genuinely curious. I like to know, like, so this is where I put my ready to put the coaching hat on. Get serious. That's how you know I want to start doing some coaching. All right, now let's switch to, how about this, Christian? I want you to pick the next product we're going to talk about. I'm going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to scroll through these products, and I want you to pick which one you want to talk about. So can you see? Like over here on the left.
Yeah.
Here, I'll move it. Let's see if I can move this. You see it?
Yeah.
So starting at this, like the book or laptop, and we'll kind of go up. You ever play pickleball, by the way? You know what pickleball is? I'm going to take that as a
I don't know, maybe.
like maybe. My personal goal is to be able to run another rugged maniac. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. And when's the next one? Like, what's the timeline?
Okay, let's go.
And now we already hit these. So basically, from the staplers down. Talked about. And then
I guess let's do a charger. Let's do those. Yeah.
Darren, that's mental. Gotcha.
Do the massage gun.
Ooh, we got the massage mini. All right.
That's a mini.
So this is the mini massage gun. This is actually a good pick. Good choice. All right, let's close out some of these windows. We got a bunch of extra windows open here. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to pull up the mini massage gun. We're going to play a video on this. And then I want you to listen to the video, Christian, and then I want you to throw in your commentary and your thoughts on it as well.
Absolutely.
Also, I have a question for you guys. Who wants to see Christian joining me for more streams? Because here's the kind of game plan. The game plan is to have him joining me and having some more people to hang out with. And then eventually maybe you'll even be able to do your own solo streams and hang out with the peeps. And that's why I changed it to Coach Mike and Friends, because I wanted to like have just like people that I like hang out with that can just add, value and perspective and all these fun things and share a great story. Because I think you have a great story too, Christian. And also sharing your experience. Because how many people I can relate to, like, wanting to lose 100 pounds, right? Like,
yeah.
or just being able to transform your life. And then I wonder, we'll get into the massage and then we'll ask questions on this, but like even how it's impacted life. So we don't have to answer that, but just think about that. And then next one in July.
What am I thinking about?
You're thinking about how losing that weight has transformed your life.
Oh.
So that's what I want you to think about. But watch this mini massage gun video, and then Darren saying next one's in July, but I know I won't make that one. So I don't know, Darren, could you use some support? I'd love to just offer you up some like coaching and guidance, and we could talk about it through streams and stuff. And I thought it could be really fun. If you want some support in that, I'd love to do that. Again, all about, at the end of the day, guys, transforming lives with health. And I feel like that could potentially happen. And then Nick saying I'm down, top on one whenever, down 100 pounds officially last week. Let's go. Yeah, Nick. So Nick, you got to come on too, dude. So we'll pick a time. I'm thinking maybe like, I'm going to take the kids out Saturday because Ashley's going to be like setting up the house. But maybe after Christmas, I don't know. Let's touch base because, again, I got to get you on. We want to get a workout in. Maybe we could all three. That would be a fun stream. Just kind of have that set of more podcast style. But all right, let's get into the video and then let's dig into that.
So in this video, we're going over the Yeahhh mini massage gun. And as the name might insinuate, it's a miniature version of what you would traditionally expect to see from a massage gun. And when I say mini, just smaller in size and stature. Now, to be transparent, while it's still super simple to use, the power on it is proportionately less from my experience. With the mini massager, it does have 3 levels. At the top level, you can hear it right now. It still has great intensity, good percussion, super simple to use. It came charged, which is always a thumbs up to me. And the reason I like this for travel, at your desk, being able to have it in your car, like it's a super, super easy and convenient option. And again, it has 4 different attachment heads, have everything from the flat to the bullet to the rounded to the specialized prong, has an instruction manual as well to give you all the insight, and then comes with this nice, simple to grab and go carrier. Definitely a thumbs up, y'all, especially if you're on the go.
Damn. So now I want to get your thoughts. That's why I wanted you to watch so you can give me your thoughts on that mini massager.
I mean, I thought it looked cool,
What do you think about having that in your car?
Yeah.
For like road trips even?
Yeah. Or even your pocket almost. It looks pretty
good. Yeah, truthfully.
Yeah,
Gym bag, easy to travel in your gym bag.
Yeah, a little gym bag. Because I got one, but, it's pretty, the box is pretty,
substantial.
Pretty,
I'm trying to think if I have another one of the minis around here.
But I'm interested in the power.
Booyah. And then Nick says, we're up to 3,200 likes now. What? Yeah, Nick. Let's go. That's been like a new thing that Amazon just started featuring is like the likes option. Mm-hmm. So it's cool to see that component of it. I don't even still know how it's impacting the algorithm 100%, but I know it's doing something. All right, so let's check out the Flybird adjustable dumbbells. So these bad boys right here. I'm gonna play a video for you, Christian, that I want your insight on this one as well, if you're down. And then 3,500. Woo. Let's go. All right, bam. Thanks, Howie.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Flybird adjustable dumbbells. Let's dig on into them. So these are really cool because of, again, the adjustable style, and the handle right here I really love compared to some other adjustable dumbbells I've tried in the past. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of the dimension look. And the cool thing is, again, you're going to see me right here, turn the handle, and that's how you select the weight you want. It slides right out, you drop it back in, you turn the handle, and you get the next one. It's a really cool feature compared to, again, some of the other styles that I've seen, and being able to go all the way from 11 pounds up to 55 pounds within seconds is an amazing, both cost-effective feature, in my opinion, as well as a space-effective feature where you don't need multiple sets. And again, I wanted to highlight that here just by going through how easily you can do your reps, superset it, drop the weight in, change it, and then go up or down in weight, which is, again, for me as a trainer, as a coach, as a fitness professional, an amazing option, especially from a home gym perspective. I also wanted to highlight for you guys the actual locking mechanism. These buttons I'm pointing at right now are what actually will release the weight, and these nodules here in the set are what's going to do it. So the only time you can change the weight is when it's actually in the mold. So this way you have a nice, safe grip. You don't have to worry about it when it's out of the mold.
Bam. So what do you think, Christian? You also have a set of these now that you get to give us more feedback.
I haven't busted into them yet, but I think it's awesome. I like it, you know. I've used them before. They do the job, you know. It's convenient, you know. It's so much smaller space taken up, and you can hit so many different weights. I like it.
That's the key. In case you guys wondering why, by the way, Christian's looking over this way. The dumbbells are over that way, so you guys can't see that. Just so you don't think he's like crazy, just like looking off to the
That's
left.
how I think. That's how I think.
I mean, listen, I like sometimes people gotta like stare off. I get it. That one looks a lot smoother transitions when changing weight. I have used someone when it tends to get stuck during the so like even so we've actually manufactured our own. Like I've reached out to like manufacturers in China, like through Alibaba and stuff, and just be like, yo, I want you to make me try this style, this style, this style. And dude, I was like, when COVID first happened, like the first 6 months, I was just buying up as much weight as I could and literally getting as many like adjustable weights and things to like flip and sell. So I realized how hard it was. And dude, I had people that were willing to buy them and wait 6 months for them to come in stock. So anyways, point is, it was a crazy time, and glad things are kind of like evening out with that. And yeah, just the style of them. And the point of saying all that is, even with the dumbbells I've had made, I've seen every single style, like these slow kind of screw-on ones. Like, can you grab one of those bars really quick, Christian? That black and red from the Pin Royal, the 1-inch style. Don't bust your ass though. I believe in your mobility and balance. Yeah, just that. Perfect. Thanks, bro. So this is like the slowest. If we had to rank it on a scale, Flybird is the #1 fastest style of dumbbells, or that style of like handle switching, under 10 seconds. This is going to be the longest. This is anywhere from like 1 to 3 minutes. Being able to screw off these little pieces, the clamps or the ends that lock it into place, throw on the dumbbell that you need, tighten it back up. That's the longest. And now the cool thing about it is like this is the like most like cheapest, but you're paying for it in time, which I don't know to you guys, but to me it's like I think it's a worthwhile investment to get something a little bit faster. Especially when you're doing drop sets and supersets, it's a lot better to have that style. So the Flybird is the best. Then you have
and go, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So the bam, and then you pull and plug, and it just slides in nice and smooth as well. And then you have the like power block style. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're like block style where you just stack them and you put a pin in and then you pull it out. As the next one, I've actually had those manufactured as well. And again, that's like they're nice. And they have a nice feel when pushing and pulling, but doing like curls and like shoulder work, there's awkward. And they're a little bit faster than the kind of screw-on ones, but even still slow. Oh, what's up, Maxine? And then we have the like Bowflex style, the outside handle one where you turn it and dial it, which is faster, like it's maybe 30 seconds, maybe 20, but it still takes a little bit longer because you got to dial it on both sides. So being able to do it on both sides takes you that longer. Instead of this one, you just one handle, one spot, one turn, you're good to go. So that's like the fastest. Anyways, that's my long rant here. And they also have to find somewhere to store all the excess weight right, which is tough when you have kids running on. That's a great point. Nick is dropping that knowledge, bro. And that's exactly this. We got a stack of like 5s and 7s and 10s over here. And like my kids, of course, you know what they want to do? They want to go stand on that and jump on it and build blocks. And like that stuff is not stable for that reason. Or not for that reason, but it's like for that reason it's not stable for them to be playing with it. And it's just like a risky situation. So that's a great point, Nick. Anyways, let's keep it rolling, y'all. Unless you guys got questions on that. What I figured we'll do, let's do a like check to see where we're at, and then maybe we'll do our giveaway. So when we hit 5,000 likes, we'll do the resistance band giveaway. And then maybe I'll do like second place. We'll get the paperback of our book. If you guys are interested in that. I'm going to move Christian over here. There we go. So Christian, you actually, let's just prop him up right here. Look, because then you can still see Christian. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that balance. Boom. And then bam, bam, bam. All right, cool. 3.8. All right, y'all. So we got 1,200 to go. I'll highlight the book really quick. We'll take a little breaky poo from all the other stuff. And just let's hang for a second. We'll get ready for the giveaway. I'll start putting in some names. And then when we hit 5,000, we'll start the giveaway. That'll be our starter. Oh. But yeah, guys, I'm curious if you guys were around for the stream yesterday when we were doing the workout and Chuck was joining. He said he enjoyed it, which was always – Chuck is kind of not only, as you noticed, a form police. Like he's very like stringent with form, which I love because it's one of the most important things we can have when it comes to training and lifting is to make sure you don't get hurt. But he's also very critical on like how things are looked and presented and options. And he's like, yeah, dude. So I'm curious how you guys like the bands. If you checked out the product, they're not currently available. I got to update it so that, because right now we're not going to be able to fulfill them for at least another week. So I'm going to change our fulfillment schedule to show it'll be ready in like 2 to 4 weeks so that you guys, because again, I don't want you guys to order and be like, I thought it was going to be here next week. And then we like ruin our reputation with you guys. So I'd rather just like promote them, talk about them, not have them be available. Unless you guys tell me you're okay with waiting 2 to 4 weeks to receive it, then I'll totally make them available. And we'll start like kind of quote unquote pre-selling them, even though there's no like pre-sell, I guess, real option on Amazon. But I want to hear from you guys too. I'm in. Gizmo's ready. All right. So let's get our screen share on. Who's in for the giveaway? Christian, do you want to be in on the giveaway? No, I'm just kidding. We can't. So far, we got Gizmo. Who else wants in? Nick's in. We got Nick, Margaret. Who else we got? Again, the giveaway is for, I don't know, let me go over from the book to the bands now. I have the bands on the carousel as well. Again, guys, the bands shouldn't be available. There's one of them I think that might be. Let's check to see if this one's actually showing that's available. Ooh, Samantha wants in. I got you, Samantha. Maxine, I got you, Maxine. All right, let's see. This one's, so this should be unavailable. I think this one's showing. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, you can you can pre-order add to cart. Oh, nice. Okay. So you guys can actually pre-order add to cart. I didn't realize that was nice because that wasn't showing. I was showing it currently unavailable. So the one I've highlighted right now, you guys can actually pre-order. So if you guys want to get on that, they'll be fulfilled in probably like 2 to 4 weeks. It's showing, I think, what, January 3rd to, whoop, that's not it, to the 9th. Let me actually see. What's it saying? No, that's for that one. Let's see. So yeah, from the 5th to the 9th. It might actually be even another week after that. Shipping performance. Yeah, we haven't even had any shipping yet. All right, that's cool. Bam, Gizmo. I got Gizmo, Nick, Margaret, Maxine, and Samantha. Who else wants in? Arlene, I got you. Oh, and again, we got the resistance bands are our giveaway for the day. And again, every 5 new followers, guys, we get, we're at 1,520. So we get 1,525. What are we giving away, Christian?
And a $5 gift card.
Dang, Skippy. Christian knows what's up. And then where are we at on the likes, by the way? Are we at like almost 5? Anyways, while we're going through it, we'll kind of hit the next product. And then, so I'm going to highlight the Kufandi V-neck for you here, Christian, because I want to get your thoughts on rocking this bad boy. So see this one right here?
This?
Yeah. Have you ever have you been a waiter before or bartender?
No.
So this is, I feel like going into a fancy place, this is what you would wear.
That right there?
Yeah, or one of the potential options.
Making some fancy cocktails.
What color would you go with too? So you got blue, that's royal blue, purple.
What
You
color did I
got
go
light
with?
khaki. Yep, clear blue. Ooh, blue plaid. Clear blue. Black plaid. You got army green. You got peacock blue. Hold on, let's go. Okay. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Oh my god, I'm so happy you quoted that.
Navy blue regular. Light gray. Beige. Regular gray. Wine red. Dark gray. Black.
Maybe that peacock blue.
Ooh, peacock blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta stay loyal to the movie. I got you. Oh, we're right there. 5,000. Let's go. It's race time. All right, so that means it's race time, y'all. Ooh, Kelly wants it. Kelly, you got it just in the nick of time. Yeah, Kelly. All right, let's see. Anyone else want in? Last call. All right, so we got Kmart, Kelly, Arlene, Maxine, Samantha, Margaret, Nick, and Gizmo. Ooh, Luda. Luda, I got you. Good timing, Luda. Okay, let's highlight. Ooh, have you tried this, by the way? The next product I'm about to highlight is the neck stretcher that's also heated. And I believe the regular neck stretcher is that blue one. And then I have another one that's also heated. It's black. No, I just want you to see it because I want you to try that for your neck and your shoulders. Not right now, but at some point.
About to say that sounds nice.
All right, ready? Last call for the race. 3, 2, 1. Race time. Shuffle us up in the race. Oh, we want that shuffle. All right, let's do 60 seconds. Boom. We're going to set it and forget it. Now we're going to get our shuffle. 3, 4. Oh, we got 5 shuffles. We're going big time. We're gonna turn that noise off.
Okay.
Unless you want to rock out to Santa. I don't know how you feel about rocking out to Santa. Here we go, y'all. Ooh, guys. So I'm curious to get your thoughts while we're racing this. Can I run in the new stream idea? I want to do weekly with you guys. So my game plan is to have a stream set up where you guys join me. We'll start at maybe like 9, 10 o'clock. Make my coffee, do my protein, do the pre-workout routine. Hang out for like half hour, getting ready, warm up, then do the workout for like 45 minutes or so. Then do a post-workout meal setup, like cooking and eating session. We talk about that. So maybe it'll be anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. But once a week, you'll see me set up the pre-workout routine, do the actual workout itself, and show the post-workout routine with meal prep involved so you can see what I'm eating, how I'm training, all that stuff, and break it all down. I thought that could be fun. And we're working on a new slow cooker recipe pack, so you guys can basically use a slow cooker, set it and forget it, and then later in the day, and then Nick pulls it out. Congratulations, Nick. So Nick, I just realized you you didn't wait. Have you? Because you won the book. I don't know if you won the what? Congratulations, by the way, Nick. If you won the bands. Either way, congrats. When I see you, Nick, I got some prizes for you. You're going to have to come work out. And then actually we'll have Nick, because Nick lives relatively local to me. So he'll have him come on for a stream and do a workout. And I'll get to give him the book that you won and the resistance bands you won. So you get both of them. Let's actually check. I kind of want to check the tracking info for the bands. So the manufacturer sent it to me. Booking your ship. What? You can't try it again. Oh, so I got to wait for it to clear customs to be able to track it. Because right now it's on a ship being shipped here. So it's got to clear customs, then I can track it. So I got to save that. Boom. All right, so I can't even track it yet. So I think in another couple of days when I'm getting an alert that it cleared customs. I haven't won the band. So now you got the bands and you got the book. Let's go. Let's go, Nick. All right, so we go pickleball. What else we want to talk about, guys? Also, you need to go check out our podcast we did. Yes, 100%, guys. And we have a great post, actually. So we're going to turn – I have our, 90-second version of our interview, Nick, and the testimonial and just, the story that you shared. So we're going to take the full one, and I'm going to have probably Sam or Deuce at the gym do an editing series on that and make it into, a 5 to 7 minute version. And then I'll have another TikTok and Instagram version for like 15 seconds. And we actually, maybe it'd be something good to get Terry. I gotta talk to their team and figure that out. Yeah, 100% go check out the podcast. Great story. Christian, what are you doing over there, bro? Tell me stories. Right now. I see you looking at your phone.
Yeah.
You telling the people they're boring?
No, I'm just responding to some messages real quick.
Dang, Christian got all the messages. Look at that, Christian handling business. Okay, so let's talk about, dude, so tell me about, I want to know about your 28-day nutrition experience. I'm going to highlight the book here. We're going to talk about it. Talk it to me, huh? Tell me about it.
What do you want to know?
So tell me about how, have you gotten an email for Nikki Lou? Oh, yeah. We got to give Nikki Lou's email. What was your experience like? First, let's break it down week by week. So week one, tell us what was the most challenging part and what was the most rewarding part? So number one, most challenging part.
I've never I've never fasted that long before. So that was
How long were you fasting?
I was fasting.
Tell the peoples.
So Monday was a 24-hour fast. I was fasting for 24 hours. The longest I think I've ever done is like an intermittent fast where maybe I'd hit 16 before or something, but I've never done 24 hours. So that was kind of, and just water, but I was cutting up lemons and cucumbers and putting in the water to make it a little better. And that was it. And that was a challenge, I've never done that. And so it was going 24 hours, and the next day was real strict diet, no sugars, no processed, nothing. I guess no sugar was pretty hard. I kind of like candy and no alcohol, no none of that. But the fast was hard. And then Tuesday I could eat that for 24 hours, and Wednesday another 24-hour fast, and then Thursday I was back to the strict diet, no sugar, whatnot. And I'd say the fasting was probably the most rewarding. Just felt good. Felt like it just, the first week was a cleanse. I could really feel the cleanse. I felt better.
I'm going to pause you right there because we call it a cleanse, and I think it's very important to be clear, especially when you have a lot of marketing stuff going on. When I say cleanse, what we're working on is literally empowering your organs, your liver and your kidneys to do their natural function and job. It's not like some magic, hey, we're giving you a special supplement or something. It's just literally removing the things that tax your organs the most.
Yeah, I could feel my body just removing it, honestly.
And digesting. That's the other thing too, is digesting
it felt great.
All the excess stuff. And when I say excess, I mean your body's digesting it either way, but when you're not constantly putting more in, it can really clear out. And you feel lighter, and you can also feel just a difference. Anyways, I don't want to tell, this is just my experience of it.
I was a little bloated before, just constantly.
Yeah.
And right after the week, I felt like that there was difference, but I was like, there's no way, Then I walked out of my room, and I was shirtless, and my roommate was like, dude, you look different. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, it just felt like, I guess I've been walking around just bloated with just excess of sugar and, all the kind of nasty crap. My body wasn't really processing it the correct way. It was just piled up. And,
that's a big one, dude.
Felt good. I look forward to doing it again.
And that's the thing I also like to think about, guys, when we're going through this, when we're talking about the week one, the cleanse, it's really we call it a cleanse. It's just empowering your body to do what it naturally does. Again, I want to reiterate that point. I'm kind of going through the guidelines for cleanse week. So we have a this is a specific list of foods you're going to eat in that 24-hour feeding window. And they're very specifically calculated to give you maximal energy and nutrients. But you're going to notice there's a lack of protein, or not a lack of, but a limited amount of protein. And the thought process behind that is, again, in 1 week, we're not doing intense training. We shouldn't be breaking down too much muscle. We should be feeding our body enough energy where it's not going to turn to our muscles for an energy source, giving enough carbs and fats. We're not damaging the tissue by doing too strenuous of a job of exercise. We're just walking and doing light movement, active recovery kind of stuff to burn excess fat, to stimulate that type of mechanism and energy source, and then being able to basically transition and reintroduce foods on the week two, where we start to see, hey, how does my body respond when I start to add certain things in? And we take note. And then there's recommended, and the progression, we have guidelines as well that say, hey, how we're going to live our life. The life, this is literally what I call lifestyles. Don't drink calories. There's certain fundamental things we're just not going to do. that at least this is going to align if you're trying to not add excess body weight. If you want just to put on weight in general because you're underweight, you may want to drink calories. That's like a whole nother ballgame. That's a whole nother thing, depending on also appetite and a few other variables.
Yes, there's no sugar, including honey. And John said he always feels rejuvenated after the 24 hours.
Yeah, that's so. John Anthony is.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
John Anthony's Nick.
Yeah, he's just on this. I don't know. I don't know if that's like a brother's account.
Nick, that's how I feel. The toxins, like I just felt like a lot of just nasty stuff left my body, you know?
Yeah, and then you hopefully get a good night's sleep and you're able to, I would use this, and this is going back to how we schedule it, is every 3 months I would do it because I'd be fighting every 3 months. So this was like how I would start my fight camp.
Okay.
I would do this every 3 weeks. Eliminate
sense.
all processed stuff. Because in between fights, sometimes I'll have a couple drinks or I'll do some things that like introduce other toxins into my body. So then it's an opportunity of like, all right, just pull all that stuff out, reestablish a baseline. We take caffeine out of it. So you reestablish sensitivity to caffeine, which is a really important variable that can be long-term beneficial, but especially can be more damaging if you're not managing it. It's my dad's account, right? I'm trying to save it, but I got you, man. All right, let's keep it rolling. We got that. Talk about that. Oh yeah, earbuds. So I think that's an important piece of it, is being able to repeat this and do this, and that's what makes it also part of the lifestyle, is being able to say, hey, after the holidays. So nowadays, the way I like to leverage it is like after the holidays, week 1 again, cleanse it, and then go back to 100% adherence, 90% adherence, cycle between the two. And that's the cool thing too, is as we get deeper and deeper into the weeks, like 2, 3, and 4, you learn how you cycle between adherence. So I'm 100% adhering to all these guidelines every meal. And then it goes to 90% adherence for all the meals. And then 80% adherence. And you see how much weight your body can still lose at each adherence level. Or if it stops losing weight, you're like, okay, what's going on there? What adherence level am I at? What choice am I making? So it takes longer. I was talking to a client about this the other day. It's like, it's basically teaching you how to fish is the metaphor, the analogy, versus getting given a fish. Like we could just give you a meal plan, but you don't understand why it's working. So it takes more bandwidth, it takes more understanding, but in the long term, it's going to be a more efficient actual solution. It just takes a little bit more in the beginning. And that's where we get to invest the most amount of time and energy. But that's what makes why we call it the 28 days. Once you get past like the first month, dude, the sustainability of it, you'll see, is way higher as a percentage. Anyways, yeah. So what else? So we got, just felt good to pull it out as far as like toxins and just excess stuff and shifting it. What'd you think about? So we went food shopping together too. So what'd you think about going food shopping together? Did you learn anything? What were your biggest takeaways? It's not like, honestly, I'm not going to be able to go food shopping with all of you guys, but what I thought I could do is repurpose, because we filmed a bunch of content while we were there. So I could repurpose that and maybe even play it during the live streams, and then hop on the 28-day reset on the new year just to get the new year off right. Yeah, and I think that's like how I like to use it. Like start it on the new year, then after either March or April, depending on Easter that year, I'll time it again. And then after Easter, I'll go throughout the summer. Then after the summer, I'll do it for the fall, because after barbecues and 4th of July and stuff like that. And then from the fall to the winter, after the winter, doing it again. So it's like a nice cyclical pattern to help you kind of consistently hit this checkpoint. Anyway, sorry. Asking you all the questions, and then I just went on a whole rant.
What was the question? It made me forget the question.
It's a good question. I mean, that's a good point to the question of what was the question. So I honestly ranted and I forgot about the question, but this is what I'm pondering, is on our food shopping. That's what it was about. When we're going food shopping, what was your experience like? What did you learn, if anything?
What did I learn?
If anything.
Yeah, I just, we're just.
Like, did it look similar to how you go food shopping? Or like, do you stick to the borders? Because here's the big thing I want you to take away from that experience is when you're food shopping, guys, stick to the borders of the store whenever possible. Meaning the outside, like produce, meats, dairy, like that kind of stuff. And then if you're going to hit the middle aisles, the one area to hit is the frozen aisle, and that's really it. Otherwise, you shouldn't be going down snacks and cereals and stuff like that. It's just not, it's not the move, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's good to go with someone who's, like if you were to go shopping with some people who love, sweets, it's immediately going to the sweets,
I love sweets and chocolate.
Yeah.
Those are my two jammy jams.
Just going straight to them, though. But you don't want to always eat them, though,
Dude, and that's a big strategy.
That's nice, having someone with common ground of, we're going to try to eat healthy even though we don't want to. well, I do want to, but it's just a challenge. I guess just habits of doing it for so long.
Oh yeah.
So just trying to break that habit of just eating kind of crappy. So
I get that.
I guess I learned that. I kind of already knew. Because it's almost basic, but it's not. It's a little challenging sometimes.
I think it's important too to have the reassurance that what you're thinking and doing is in line with what you should be or want to be doing, and kind of hits your goal. And the other piece too, I think, is like not going in hungry. Like, I don't know if you remember, but I made sure we had a protein bar, or like we ate something, or I think it was a shake before we went in. Because if you go in, and a lot of times what I'll end up having, people go to the gym, or they'll do it last minute, and they'll be hungry, and they go shopping, and then they get a bunch of stuff they don't need to get. It's not on their list, but they're like, emotions are hitting them. It's queuing them up. The hunger is getting the better of them. If you go in, at least having a protein shake or some food in your body, you're going to make slightly less tempted decisions. It makes it a lot easier to stick to the plan. The goal is stick to the plan. How do we continuously stick to it? And then being able to encompass variations that adhere to these structured set of guidelines. At least that's like always been my approach. As I almost fall backwards, but no, we're good. I almost went too far back there. I may do it quarterly for 2023. It's also being able to send you food questions during my shopping experiences was a huge benefit. We also had to get through challenging shopping before I had a long business trip. And yeah, exactly. And like, you also like, dude, you stuck to the plan, man. That was the big part, Nick, is like, I can tell because, dude, I have some clients, like I tell them, and it's another thing that'll come up, and it's different for everybody. We all have different experiences, is what's my circumstances and stories and like the situation that I'm allowing to impact my choices. Like, oh, I'm stressed, or my bandwidth, or even a client I was talking to yesterday, like the story they're telling themselves, they're so busy, they can't even pick up the phone to ask me a question. And if that's truly how they are feeling, then honestly, it's not going to work, because you need to be able to communicate. So I empowered, like you empowered me to help you by like just asking questions. And that's something that not everyone does. And I find myself sometimes chasing after people, and that's where you decide like, okay, this just isn't a good fit, because I'm not here to chase you. That's not what's going to be best for the person, especially in this type of program. But also, Christian, you had like a component too I thought was valuable. It's like you were even saying the value of like being able to ask me questions, right? Like talk about it or do it. That's why I thought that was potentially valuable. And then I'm wondering, like, if I could offer where like people bring me like food shopping, but like video chat style, where like I'm just like zooming with them and be like, all right, now put that down. Don't go this way, go that way. Like it's a little bit harder because you can't 100% see, or I wonder what privacy issues there are related to that. But I was thinking about that as well.
A little FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get, the FaceTime on, because like, I don't know, I feel like you could be on the phone, right? So why not video, as long as you don't show other people and like we're helping making decisions. But anyways, that's another.
You can put it right here in your little shopping cart.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Like, yo, check this out. Beep. And I appreciate that feedback too, Nick, to know like the communication side and just the like strategizing of it helps. Because that's also like, again, I say a relationship needs three things to be successful: trust, you gotta trust each other; communication, you gotta be able to communicate openly; and a desire to be there. Meaning you gotta want to be there in that relationship. You gotta want to show up. Otherwise, what's the point? If you don't want to be there, it's not gonna work. You also trained me on how to review nutrition labels, right? Find the right choice for me, right? I love to share the knowledge with friends and family on how to help stick to a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also, Nick, you're looking at Christian. Me and Christian were talking about this too. Being passionate about health and fitness and going down a potential trainer route and getting a certification, training people, onboarding into our systems, and being able to do that. Because now I'm working really hard on, in 2023, I'm going to be building systems and a practice of health coaching that works with doctors and medical offices, where the doctors are going to specifically refer patients to me. And then we work with them in the medical practice umbrella. And then we like leverage insurance. So it's a lower out-of-pocket cost, if any. And that's going to be an interesting model to learn, because then eventually as I dial in the systems, I can train others how to do it. And you can get credentialed as a health coach to be able to do that. So it's cool, but then you need to have a certain amount of coaching hours to qualify for the exam, or have a certain type of degree. So if you don't have the degree, which is fine, you can have at least the experience. We start building that experience now as a trainer, coaching with me, and we can certify off on certain hours. And that's like the future too we're looking at. But anyways, that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother time that we can get into at another point. I'll talk about more personally
We got the Motion Plus. I actually have this bad boy like right here. Whoa, as I knock everything over. So let's highlight this one. So I want you to look at this, Christian, and compare that to the Motion Boom Plus and give me your like pros and cons. What jumps out at you like size-wise, like look, feel, all that fun stuff. What do you want to know about it?
How it sounds.
Ooh, all right. Do you want to find out?
Yeah.
All right, let's turn this puppy on. Let's see if you can figure out how to turn it on. This is like, you've never had this product before, so I want to see what, because this is like, it's not, or see if it's intuitive or not. And I have a ton of connections at Par D. My doctor has been super excited seeing all of my results firsthand. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, well, Nick, let's talk about that too, because I have a friend that owns a medical practice, and I'm meeting 2 other doctors, and then one of the doctors I want to connect with is a huge diabetes prevention program doctor and has a big practice and like a world-renowned practice. So the more I can get into those places and working with doctors, the key is like they need to have an insurance billing system already set up, because I'm not a doctor or a licensed medical professional to oversee care. I'm just like a clinical practitioner or a clinical professional. I forget what exactly like term is. But I have like an NPI, which is a national provider identifier, which means like I can like use CPT codes and insurance, but you have to be under an umbrella of like a doctor.
This is awkward.
So yeah, you want some help?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So on the side, it's a little incognito, right? Isn't it? So dude, I did that the first time when I was trying to
never
find
looked at the side.
it. I know, because you got all the other buttons on the top.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put on some music. Let's bump out.
That's embarrassing. What is Motion Plus?
That's just the name of the speaker, or that's the actual speaker. You ready? We're gonna bump it. Oh shit! I love this song, yo. Who's rocking out with me? How does the sound sound? How does it sound? Okay.
You go louder?
You can bump it up. Yeah, hit the plug. Yeah. Oh.
I like it.
Oh yeah. So you can see it here bumping out. And Nick, let's definitely get like lunch and talk about that and just like trainer stuff and different things we have going on. I want to give you an idea of what we're doing in 2023 because
I think I'd go with this one though.
just from let's actually compare the two. Let's look at the price point. So this one's $107, the Motion Plus. Now let's compare it to the Motion Boom Plus, which is the biggest outdoor speaker, bump and rock and hard option.
You were right at it.
Boom. And so it's $180. So for $80, and this has I believe a $30 off. Yeah, so this is $149. So for an extra $40, you can either get that one's $109 or $106. Let me look. Hold on, let's see. That one is $106. Does it have an inland coupon? No. So it's $106. And then the Motion Boom Plus is $149. So $150 versus $110.
I'm spending the extra.
So spend an extra $40 and get big boy.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
So Christian's saying spend the extra $40, get that big speaker, get that big kick.
Yeah, because I like the handle.
Get that grip and the strap to it too.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
After the chick breaks my heart,
It's just like, you hear me? Do you hear me? All right, now we got, we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to go to this Super Block gaming piece. Let's see if my video made it for you. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to play this for you. And Christian, I want you to give me your thoughts on it.
Gaming set.
Well, I'll screen share.
Not just for me, but also for my kids. And my daughter is actually sitting right
Nina gets so hyped, bro.
I know she's really excited.
Look at her. She gets so hyped for this.
All right. So,
Yeah.
even though it says 6 and up, I know that she's going to.
All right, so I'm going to talk over this. Basically, so it's for 6 and up, it says on the box, but really, like, Lena's 4, and she was, like, really about this game and enjoying it once we got it set up. Once you fast forward, you can see it's got, you get your power button, you put your batteries in, and then the cool part about this is it has these different colored puzzle pieces, and you can and see it. We got yellow, green, blue, and I think red. So being able to take these different puzzle pieces and you're trying to mix and match them to make a shape that it has on the lights, and I'll fast forward a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So here, see how you can mix them together, and eventually it's going to display. You can pick which level and what level of difficulty, and it'll show like, okay, you're going to try and make this shape that's lit up. And then if you need a hint, you can hit the button and it'll give you a hint. So like right here, we have to make that shape. You got to figure out what blocks, how to put them together to make that shape. So you can use all the different colors, and you got to try and figure out how do you like align that to make it work. So it's really cool. It's a fun game to play together. We're probably going to play it at Christmas.
I could see
honestly.
that, like, building some mental
100%.
strength for a child too, you know.
Yeah. So, dude, do you remember what we were talking about last night? There was something that if you play video games, your brain releases.
When you said only 20 to 40
20 to 40 minutes. That's the sweet spot. At least for gaming, what there's one study on the National Institute of Health said, because there's some like downside ramifications or like long-term negative impacts if you go more than a certain period of time of gaming. So it's like you got to keep in mind the balancing act. Try and get the good stuff out and minimize the bad, or minimize the negative impact or the stuff that doesn't serve us. And yeah, so this is, well, it's not a video game, it's gaming. It's something new. So you can do this. You can play this for like 20 minutes, even 5 minutes, but like 20 minutes seems to be like a sweet spot. And then being able to have a release of this neurotropic factor, brain-derived neurotropic factor, which helps increase connections and neurons syncing together. So memories, like bodily, like being able to use certain movement patterns. It's really cool the impact BDNF can have. That's why kids and babies have a ton of it, because they're making so many new connections, learning so many new things. So being able to leverage that becomes really cool too. So that's like another point to future aspects and benefits. Then we got our screen wipes. Ooh, the blood pressure cuff. I don't have this one. I actually gave it to somebody, but I'll play. Let's see if the blood pressure cuff pops up. The video I have for it pops up so I can show it to you. Let's see where we are. Boom, boom, boom. Now I gotta make another video and resubmit. It's still not here. What's the deal with that? But yeah, this is cool. So I'll screen share so you guys can kind of see. Again, it's got Bluetooth integration, so you can sync it up on your phone. Whoa. Keep it quiet. Geez. So you can sync it up again. It'll give you a reading. And then it saves that data on your phone, depending on what app you want to use with it and how you want to store that information. For some reason, it's not loading. I got way too many windows open. Let's see if we can fast forward here a little bit. Okay, here we go. So you can see, again, it's got the cuff, it's got the screen, and then it's got the phone. Bathroom it up. Christian, the camera's following you. Hold on, I'll turn it off. I got you. You ready? No, I'll just take it out. You're good. You good, son? Boom. So here we see it. So yeah, y'all. To me, this is a really cool piece of technology. It makes it super easy to use. So if you do want to monitor your blood pressure, your heart health, and all those things, this can be a great tool for that. And it's got 50% off coupon right now, so it takes it from $30 to $15. Dude, that's a crazy deal because it's already 23% off. It's not from $40. So you get it for 15, you get it for like almost 70% off, which is a crazy deal. I think that's really gonna do it, y'all. We just got the staplers. It's the only thing I think I missed. And other than that, I think we're gonna bring it home. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Nick, thanks for hanging with us. Congratulations. I'll give you the bands when I see you, and I got the book for you as well. Again, guys, don't forget, we've got the book. The LOF book is out. The LOF resistance bands are now, I'm going to make them available for pre-order actually right after this to get that set up. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. I'll check you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Christian's in the bathroom, so he gets to miss out on the buy. And that's really it. Catch you guys later. Cheers, y'all.